For the yellow, green, brown, blue, pink and black, snooker, loopy, nuts are we're all snooker, loopy. Cheers, guys.
Snooker Loopy podcast, we are back. Welcome to the podcast. My name is Tom Mayhew, and I'm here with my very, very good friend. Oh crap, can't think of a name. Oh no. Rob Walker makes it look so easy, but he knows what name it's going to be. I'm here with my very, very good friend. It's the Hawk, Joe Hannard.
Good afternoon, Hazel. Good afternoon, everybody at home. Which is something we've become very accustomed to hearing over the last week or so with the UK Championship. In fact, the very first two lines of commentary was "Good afternoon, Hazel. Good afternoon, everybody at home."
I think he should get T-shirts with that made up or something. Like,
well, if not, we should.
do you reckon he ever phones Hazel up just to say "Good night, Hazel" and just hangs up?
Yeah, I think he FaceTimes her at 11:30 at night after Snooker Extra.
Or there is Hazel getting ready for bed with a hot cocoa.
There's Hazel.
I mean, before the UK Championship, Joe, because this is the first sort of regular podcast since then, we have the final of the 900. The main highlight for me was the fact that Lee the Shirt Richardson was dressed like some sort of bald ostrich.
Well, I mean, Lee the Plonker, I think it was, not Lee the Shirt. I just don't know what he was thinking, really, if I'm honest.
Would you not dress like that?
You know what? No.
I am shocked, Joe. I thought that was right up your street.
But he kind of suits it. I mean, his beautifully shaped moustache and goatee sort of go with the aesthetic.
Do you know, Joe, I looked up Lee Richardson.
Oh, God.
And
and what did you find? I'm a bit worried here.
He's on Twitter, and do you want to guess how many followers he's got?
147.
Oh, he was so close. He's just a bit higher.
157.
No, he's got 181 Twitter followers. So,
oh wow,
he's the only man possibly in the world who's got more shirts than Twitter followers.
Yes, yeah, quite possibly. I mean, I also think that is the case for a few of the characters we've met over the years, Tom. But I'm not going to say any more. I'm not going to name names, of course.
But everyone should follow Lee Richardson. Let's get him to 1,000.
1,000? We might be lucky to get him to 182.
I mean, he needs at least 900, surely. You know.
Yeah.
But we then had the UK Championship, Joe, and of course we both made our predictions. I'll just quickly get the predictions up to see how we did. So I was ranked 108, Joe. I got a score of 47 to beat. Let's just scroll through and see where Joe is. He's not on the first page. He's not on the... here you are, Joe. Out of 625 entries, you were number 622.
I have to say it was probably the worst ever predictions I've done. I pride myself on decent predictions usually, but that was a shocker, and it was all caused by me not backing Ronnie, really.
Yeah,
and that shows what happens when you don't back Ronnie. You
got punished, mate.
What is it they said? He was like, "Don't ever doubt me," or whatever.
Yep. I mean, strangely, considering he's your favourite player, I think your Ronnie impression is the worst one.
Well, yeah. To be fair, I've not done the Ronnie one too many times.
But you're below people such as Nellie Andrews, who thought Ali Carter was going to win. You're below that person.
Oh, bloody Nelly.
8 points.
I honestly don't know how I've done so badly. I really don't. Because actually, if you look at my first rounds, I predicted 6 of the first round matches correctly. The problem was, after that, only Mark Williams won in the next round. And that was it. Every other match that I predicted was wrong after that.
Yep.
So... Yeah. And of course, I picked Barry Hawkins to win, didn't I? So, you know, I look just as silly as the Ali Carter fans out there, but...
I thought you were going to say you look just as silly as Lee the Shirt Richardson.
Well, I don't think it's quite got that bad yet. It's going that way.
Did you see the ding against Mark Williams match?
That was one of the ones I didn't watch, actually. But I did. I watched it up to 5-5, and I was watching it, but I did fall asleep watching it, unfortunately. So I woke up, at about 12:30 with me headphones in, and it just saying the stream has ended, and I was thinking, what's happened here? So I scrolled back and seen that Ding won, and I was like, damn, I would have loved Mark Williams to go on. But it was nice to see Ding playing well and actually showing that he does care about the sport, which I'm not sure we've seen that from him for many, many years.
I like the idea of you falling asleep and Dennis going, oh, there's Joe. He's fallen asleep in his seat there. Oh, dear.
Oh, he's gone Texan. There you go. He's a Wild West Dennis.
Yeehaw.
Oh, God. Yeehaw, Hazel.
There we go. That'll be his new catchphrase. Yeehaw, Hazel.
Yeehaw.
Because I remember having to head off to Canada and play in the Canadian Open in 1974, I think it was. And I'd met our good friend Cliff Thorburn. I played him in the World Championship in 1972-73 season. And I was managing a snooker club and headed off to Toronto at £200 in the bank, 2 children, and had to pay my own expenses to go there. And that's how my career started.
Well, shall we, Joe? Because the next event literally is tomorrow. In a way, it's part of the Triple Crown.
Triple Crown of Mickey Mouse, I think.
It's everyone's favourite Mickey Mouse tournament. It's the snooker shootout. And what we did for the shootout, I think it was this year. Was it January?
Yes, I've got the spreadsheet up, Tom, already.
Lovely, because what we did is, I think we picked 8 players each, didn't we?
Yes. So just to remind people, Tom went for Craig Steadman, Mark King, Dechawak Poomjang, Rhian Evans, Dominic Dale, Jensen Kendrick, Mohammed Ibrahim, and Ding. And scored a grand total of 20 points. And we were ranking it on, you got 1 point if they got through one match, then it doubled each time. So 2 points if they got through 2 matches, and then 4, and then 8, and so on and so on. So, yeah, very, very interesting. He got 20 points. I beat him, though, with 30. And I did give Graham Dot minus 10. I don't know why Graham Dot got minus 10. No idea why Graham Dot got that. But Julian Leclerc was the one that carried me all the way. He got to the final, of course. So I got 28 points from him.
As the winner, you can go first.
Well, I'm going to be kind, Tom, and I'm going to actually concede my go to you. I think you should start us off. We go with the ABBA format, so you start and then I get 2, and then you get 2, and so on and so on.
Someone's got to pick him. I may as well pick him. Podcast legend, Stuart Bingham.
So you've gone for Bingham.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's a wise choice, I think. Good one. I'm going to go for fellow podcast hero and go for David Lilly.
Hey!
The Tyneside sausage himself. And speaking of sausages, I'm going to go for Stephen Hallworth as my second pick.
You've got the
Lincolnshire sausage, of course.
You've got all the heroes here. Lovely stuff. Well, Rory McLeod.
Okay.
And Rory 4.
Rory 4. Where's Rory 4?
I wanted to choose 2 people called Rory.
Where's the other Rory? Who's he playing?
He's playing David Gilbert, so someone call it a bad decision. I'm
going to go for... need to start getting some actual players in here, I think.
Wow, way to slag off the podcast legends.
You know what? I'm going to go David Grace.
Oh,
David
amazing,
Grace.
amazing David Grace. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Ken versus Matthew Stevens. It's a tough draw. Goodness me. You know what? I mean, Sean Murphy is playing Bulshu Ravesh from Hungary. And you just know that Murphy's going to lose that, don't you? You just know it. But I'm going to back him. The magician's going to come through.
I'm going to go for Barry Pinches.
Oh, God.
He's going to win it, mate. I believe.
He might. Hey, he's got as good a chance as anybody.
Bulsku Ravesk. The guy who's playing against Sean Murphy.
Oh, right, him. Right, okay. Ravesh. For God's sake. Right. Yes. That's why I couldn't find Rory Thor. It's because his name's not actually Rory.
What?
It's Thor Chan Leong.
But I chose him because he was called Rory.
That's his nickname, Rory Thor.
Oh, it lists him as Rory 4 on snooker.org.
Right, so that was your fifth pick. I'm going to go for Ben Mertens. Ben Mertens usually does well in this event. I'm going to go Robbie Williams, because I believe he's the one.
Oh, beautiful work, mate. Beautiful. And what I love about his matches in the shootout is they always start singing Angels while he's playing.
Yeah, he's playing Himanshu Jain in the first round, so...
I'm going to go for Zhao Gudong.
Ooh. Good call.
And Graham Dort.
Graham Dort? Who's Graham Dort? Oh, Sean O'Sullivan. Sean the Storm. Oof.
How many do we have left, by the way? I've lost count.
So you've got one more pick. These are my final two. You know what? We were talking last time about how Ben Wollaston has just been in the rankings for a long time without doing anything. This could be his time to win a tournament. Because he's the sort of player that wins this, to be fair. I'm tempted to go for Pang Jung-soo, who's playing Chris Wakelin. I am going to go for Pang. My team is selected.
My final pick will be Ahmed Ali El Sayed.
Blue. Yellow.
Oh, I thought that was his nickname, and I just didn't know it. I was like, do they call him Blue for some reason?
What, so the USA player?
Yes, yeah.
My God.
Howdy, I'm here to play snooker.
Well, that's your impression of Dennis as well, so...
Howdy, I'm here to play snooker. That's what they'd call it.
Snooker. All right, okay. Recap of the teams then. So, I have gone for David Lilly, Stephen Hallworth, David Grace, Sean Murphy, Ben Mertens, Robbie Williams, Ben Wollaston, and Pang Jung-soo. And Tom has gone for Stuart Bingham, Rory McLeod, Thor, Pinches, Barry Pinches, Ravesh, Zhao Gudong, Graham Dort, and Al Sayed. Howdy, y'all.
Howdy, y'all. I'm here for the snooker shootout. Pow, pow, pow.
Yes.
he turns up with a gun, just shoots someone and gets chucked out.
Yes. There's some quite interesting matches in there. I mean, we've got Anthony Hamilton playing Mink. We've got Matthew Selt playing Mark Williams. Obviously, the aforementioned Ken Doherty versus Matthew Stevens. Jimmy White's in the draw. Dominic Dale is playing Fan Zhengji. There's just quite a few good matches in there. I feel like the lineup is pretty decent as shootouts go. So, will definitely be interesting to see how people get on. I'm surprised he didn't go Elliot Slesser, gotta be honest.
I mean, I was tempted. I think him and Dominic Dale, I'm going to regret not choosing them, to be honest. I was very aware I don't want the podcast to just end up being us saying the same names all the time.
Yeah. Yeah,
We don't want
absolutely.
people to go, oh yeah, that's that Stuart Bingham and Dominic Dale tribute podcast. That's not what...
Even though the first person you went for was Stuart Bingham.
Well, to be fair, he's got a good shot, I think. And I'd feel bad if we didn't choose him after all he's done for us.
Well, exactly, with his wonderful rendition of Snooker Lippy.
Cheers, guys.
Right, Joe, shall we cue the music?
Oh, shall we?
And that is the kind of excitement that I'm this always brings this excitement to Joe. He loves this
I love a
feature.
bit of cue the music. I always worry what Tom's going to send me, to be fair.
I think the last kind of handful really haven't been like properly released songs. They've been like either
Memos.
people we've paid to sing songs, or they've been like, I think I had Peter Devlin for a couple. Of course, Snooker Loopy is quite interesting because in 1986, that's when it was released, and it's quite notable for the fact that the player who won the World Championship that year wasn't even on the song, because that was Joe Johnson, the big surprise winner who no one sort of saw coming. So then in 1986, Joe Johnson decided to release a song by himself.
Wow. Joe the Shoe Johnson.
Joe the Shoe Johnson. It's a cover of the song Everlasting Love.
Oh, God.
I've sent you the link, and I've sent you the Discogs page. If you just have a look at the artwork before you listen, Joe.
Oh, God. Do I want to?
Yeah, I think you do.
Classic Joe Johnson.
He's there with his cue, doing a cheeky grin. He's got a nice gold chain he seems
Is
to be
that
wearing.
Terry Griffiths in the bottom left there?
I don't know. I don't know whether that's Terry Griffiths or it's just an 80s haircut, to be honest.
Yes, yeah, well, yes. Yes. Oh my God, there's a B-side to this.
B-side is Somewhere Over the Rainbow, which I can't find online. But the only reason, Joe, that this song is uploaded to YouTube is because, having read the YouTube description, it was actually uploaded by, I think, his granddaughter or someone like that.
Yeah. Alana Johnson. 1986 World Champion snooker player Joe Johnson's version of Everlasting Love includes Joe's snooker club crew, my baby sister, my cousins and me. Hope you enjoy. Brackets, my G-dad, by the way. So you were wrong. It's not a granddad. It's a G-dad.
Her G-dad, I'm sorry.
Yes.
His family are proud of this, Joe. Are you excited to listen?
I am, I to be honest, I never thought I would hear Joe Johnson sing, so I'm intrigued more than anything.
I never thought I'd hear most snooker world champions sing, but
Touché.
But yeah, shall we play it now and have a listen?
Let's go. Well. I wasn't expecting that, Tom. I really wasn't. I have to say, I really wasn't expecting that. You know what? It grew on me as the song went on. I feel ashamed to say it, but like at the start, because you can hear it's Joe Johnson, and that just that made me laugh early on in the song. But I think what didn't help the performance was the fact it was a dodgy rip of a vinyl. So I think it sounded like he was croaking, but actually it was just the disc jumping, I think. I don't think it was actually him. And to be fair, once he got into the chorus, it sounded good, to be fair. I thought, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, of the snooker players who released songs in the 80s, you know, the Dennis Taylor, Steve Davis, Alex Higgins, all those people. Joe Johnson can sing. It doesn't feel like a novelty record. It feels like
Well, yeah. I mean, it's an odd song choice, definitely, but
it's not trying to be an original song. It's just him.
No. I mean, it's obviously got nothing to do with snooker either.
Everlasting blue ball.
Blue. Everlasting yellow. Better.
Oh, Joe Johnson sings the songs of the Shootout. I would buy that album.
Well, that's coming out. It should be in stores for Christmas, actually. It's just going through printing now. All 3 copies, one for me, one for you, and one for Joe Johnson's granddaughter.
I mean, I'd be fascinated to know how many copies of this he sold.
Yeah, oh, well.
It didn't chart.
Oh.
And there was no copies on Discogs at the moment. So
Is there any on eBay?
I'll have to have a look, but that's a trick. I don't know whether I should do that, because if I see it on eBay and it's less than $5, I'm buying it. And
Well, I think that would be worth it just for the Somewhere Over the Rainbow. We need that for a future Cue the Music.
maybe I'll comment and ask if they've... really, we need to track down Joe Johnson and go, Joe, do you fancy remastering it and re-releasing it?
Is she not... is it not just on our channel? Have you looked?
No, yeah, I looked earlier and I couldn't find it, so maybe I'll...
Yeah.
I don't know if she'll reply to comments, but I can ask. Do you have his live on the podcast?
I mean, you click on you click on her profile, and her cover photo is just one massive eye. Like, it's quite creepy, really. Joe Johnson CD snooker. I'm just having a look on.
You trying to track it down?
Everlasting love. Oh, there's like a live video of it. Look at this. Look at this, Hazel. Great version of the song, Joe Boy. Best version of this song. Glad he chose snooker. Made in Japan. That's the name of his group.
But they're not made in Japan. Unless Joe Johnson was conceived in Japan.
Oh, God. That's something I didn't think I would be thinking about. Oh, she's loving it. Wait until about 35 seconds in, you got Deirdre Barlow just absolutely loving it.
She's having the best day of her life. Oh, Deirdre Barlow has made that for me. That's made me mentally. I've given it 1 extra point for my score just because of Deirdre Barlow.
So, Made in Japan, Everlasting Love. I wonder if it's on Spotify.
I would be very surprised.
Hey. No, that's not it. Oh, no, it's not. It's Everlasting Love Japanese version.
Oh, I don't want the version that was literally made in Japan. I want the version by the British band who were called Made in Japan.
Yeah. Funny.
I will say, Joe, I think in almost a year of doing this podcast, this is the first one where live on the podcast you've searched for it on CD and tried to find it on Spotify.
Yeah, no, absolutely true. It's because I'm devoted to the cause and I want to find the B-side, Tom. That's what it's all about. So, there's future content in there.
Well, I've left a comment on the YouTube channel.
Yes.
And I might tweet Joe Johnson. I don't even know if he uses Twitter. I presume not really.
Well, you could tweet Dave Hendon. He'll respond.
Okay, I'll tweet them both. Great shootout coverage, guys. P.S. Has Joe Johnson got a CD version of Everlasting Love, and can we release it?
Can we have it? It doesn't need to be released. We just need it for one episode. At least it's on YouTube. It's forever on there. We might have to download the audio so it never gets lost.
God, I've never seen Joe so committed to preserving one of these songs, but...
It just always makes me sad when there's one copy of it on YouTube. And I don't know how you found this. I mean, this is what baffles me about you, Tom, is that nobody has ever ever watched that?
It's got about 3,000 views in 10 years.
They were all his granddaughter. She was just checking it was still there, and YouTube hadn't took it down for copyright.
No, but someone said it was the best version ever.
Well, yes, Deidre Barlow loved it. Dearie me.
Well, as I guess, a rival to Snooker Loopy, because he was not on the single, the Joe Johnson Everlasting Love podcast is not a thing at the moment.
Mm.
Maybe Joe can do it, and it can just be him giving sex tips. I don't really know.
Yes. How to? Well, yes. I'm not. I'm not going to go down that road, I'm afraid.
It's all about getting a firm grip on your cue, Joe.
Yeah, well, is that the key to everlasting love, is it?
And being in control of your Johnson.
Oh, God. Especially Joe's Johnson.
Oh, I hope his granddaughter's not listening to this.
Oh, yes. Sorry, granddaughter of Joe Johnson. Eleanor Johnson, wasn't it? Was it something like that?
But Joe, what score would you give this song? I think you're going to go high.
I'm going to go 8.
What? Wow. I can tell after this podcast, Joe's going to spend hours going, how can I get a copy of this on my Spotify playlist?
Oh, dear. No, I just thought, you know what, like, once it got to the chorus, I was like, wow, this just sounds like the normal song, and I think that's the best compliment I can give it.
I think I'd give it an 8 as well.
How did you find this?
How did I find it?
Yes.
Well, I was looking for videos of Joe Johnson making everlasting love to people.
No.
And
No. How did you find it, Tom?
I was literally trying to Google for more songs that were sung by snooker players. I was looking through Discogs for different. I typed in snooker and I clicked on artists and looked down at this big, massive list of loads of names. Most of them weren't snooker players. It was just they had something about snooker in their description. And then I found Joe Johnson's name as an artist, and I was like, no way, Joe Johnson didn't release a song. And I clicked on it and I was like, oh my God.
Wow.
I just think if we can get this on Spotify, Joe, this whole podcast will be worth it.
Yes. As long as we get the money from it, from how successful it's going to be.
I don't know how much you get for 3,000 Spotify streams these days.
Well played, Joe Johnson.
I was just thinking, the picture of him on the artwork could probably be Cue the Laughter for this week.
It could well be. Go on, what's Cue the Laughter this week then, Tom? How are you going to top that?
Well, I don't know if I am, but what I have got is signed photos of snooker players, 4 different photos by different players on eBay. And the first one's John Parrott, and it's weird. It's just, let me know what you think of this photo when it comes up, Joe.
Cheers, JP. Oh my God. I want to know when that was taken. Because I don't think he's ever looked like that.
I mean, he's posing like he's Darren Brown, isn't he?
Yes.
Or Robbie Williams.
Or Darren Williams. Yeah. Robbie Brown.
But it says World Snooker on it, so it's clearly one they sent out to a lot of people.
I just don't remember him ever looking like that. But
what, young?
Well, no. Like, I've obviously seen videos of him when he was young, and I've seen him look like he does now for about 20 years. So I'm curious as to when he looked like this. But yeah, it's quite creepy, really. I feel like I'm going to get that for Christmas now.
No, Joe, no.
Good.
I've already bought.
Good.
For our Christmas special, me and Joe are both spending up to £10 on each other on a piece of snooker merchandise.
Yes, I'm glad I
memorabilia.
remembered that, because I nearly spent £80 on one.
Oh, Joe, if you want to do that, I'd be fascinated to see what you could spend £80 on. But
no, I've seen something and I can't remember what it was.
Was it this signed picture of Steve Davis that I found?
Oh God. Oh God. I like how there's just like there's a picture of his crotch in one of the zoom ins. I think they're trying to get his signature in there, but really,
I hadn't noticed that, Joe, and now I can't stop looking at it.
well, that says more about you than anything else, Tom.
No, but it's definitely poking out. Like...
It's probably just the chalk in his pocket.
Is that what he calls it?
Don't get me started on him chalking its cue.
Hey, baby, I've chalked my cue. I'm ready to play.
In my Neil Folds betting set.
I wasn't expecting you to focus on that bit, but there we go, Joe. That's... It says the condition is excellent and signed by Steve. So
well, yeah. Yes.
The next one I've got is far less accidentally lewd. So
oh, good. Crafty. Yes. Oh dear. With a Guinness. That's a cracker.
This is the last one.
Why is he sat on the table?
It's John Virgo, and he's doing what can only be described as come to bed eyes.
Yeah, we haven't got any images of his crotch on this one though, have we? So, but there's a weird second picture of him here.
He signed it at the 2023 World Championships.
Ah.
I mean, isn't that a bit weird to go, hey, John, here's a photo of you from about 40 years ago. Can you sign it?
Oh, yes, I remember that well.
But there we go, Joe. If you had to buy one of those four, which one would you buy? And why is it Steve Davis's crotch?
Well, yeah, because you can't unsee it. Once you've seen it, you can't unsee it.
I might make a compilation of just the camera zooming in on that image with the song
dear.
Everlasting Love in the background.
Oh, God. Yeah. That's why Steve Davis lost to Joe Johnson in the 1986 World Championship final.
Oh, it all suddenly is making sense.
Yeah.
There we go, Joe. Cue the laughter. Quite a simple one this week.
It was
just some funny photos.
A very good one. Very good one.
If you had to add a new sort of chant or crowd noise to the shootout, what would you want to add and why? So we have like yellow and blue, and they sing the Pink Panther theme tune. But it does mean at the moment, I don't think they have any for green.
Yeah,
or
it's
brown.
good to touch the green grass of home.
Yes, that's good. That'd be really good. Oh, I knew you'd have something.
I pulled that from nowhere.
Yeah, that was great.
There you go.
I loved it. Fantastic.
Yes. That'll be £50. Thanks for singing for 10 seconds of the podcast.
Oh, hold on. If anyone is actually going to the shootout and could get that started as a thing, please.
Green grass of home.
I mean, I bet Dominic Dare has sung that. I bet there's a video of him singing that somewhere.
Did he not sing it? He sung that at last year's shootout. I swear he did.
Didn't we do it as cue
I think we did.
It all links together. There we go.
There you go. The space sausage strikes again.
I never have wanted to make a film more now that I've got that title. The space sausage. I think I know what the podcast title was going to be.
The space sausage strikes again. No, it's got to be Joe Johnson's Everlasting Love. It's got to be. It's got to be.
Fair enough,
Oh, the
mate.
crotch of Steve Dibb. If we want to blow all of our chances of ever being the official WST podcast.
I think we've already blown it, Joe.
Yeah,
to be honest, so
yes.
but no, we'll go with Joe Johnson's Everlasting Love because hopefully someone will listen to it and
And give him a new record deal.
yeah, get him back out there singing. I want to see him live.
Do you reckon he gets on the karaoke at the World Championship ball?
I would hope so. I would desperately. If he doesn't, then sort it out.
He needs to. Yeah. It's a cracker.
But what would be the ones? I mean, we may as well try and go through them because what would be the ones for Brown?
My brown-eyed girl.
Oh, there was. Did you see just how quick Joe was then? Like literally, I said the Brown.
I'll have a blue. Now for Pink, I'm not sure. Other than you could have a Pink song.
That'd be good.
No, I meant by Pink, the artist, not.
No, yeah, I do.
Okay. Yeah. No, I can't think of one other than the Rainbow song, Red and Yellow and Pink and Green, which I suppose would work quite well for snooker. But then it falls down when they're like purple and orange and blue. That's not even the order of the rainbow. That's how shambolic that song is, really.
I do love it when Joe does an additional cue the music at the end and goes, "Yeah, that Rainbow song, God, utter crap."
Yeah.
All these 5-year-olds singing it. Get a life, mate.
I mean, they've got to call Blue Christmas, haven't they? When it's actually a Christmas tournament now, they've got to play on the Christmas theme. I really hope that Chris Wakeling comes out in a big red suit with with big black shoes and a big sack on his back. Come here, all snooker players. Here's your gift.
It's Father Chris Wakeling. Here he comes.
It works perfectly. Father Chris Wakeling. That's a cracker. That is a cracker.
Oh man. What would be the black ball? That's the one we've not got. A black ball. I kind of thought of something by the Darkness, but I don't know whether
Black and gold, black and gold.
Oh, what a lovely throwback to about 2007 that is.
Oh, I'm full of them throwbacks.
There we go. So we've got Black and Gold, we've got Green Grass of Home, Brown Eyed Girl, Blue Christmas, any song by Pink apparently.
The Yellow Submarine.
Yellow Submarine. And you could have had Yellow by Coldplay, but I think I prefer Yellow Submarine, to be honest.
I just love the thought that all the, because I feel like the crowd would, as they're walking around to get there, they're all like, "We all live in a yellow submarine." And he's already potted the black by the time they've finished singing.
Oh, is Martin Gold playing in it?
He is, yeah.
Because he's my favourite one, because they always sing, "Gold! Always believe in your soul." And there was one year they sang that for like the full 8 minutes when he was making the break and just kept going, "Gold!" And he's just there potting as if nothing's happening. What are all these people
He's the sort of player that could go on and win the shootout, isn't he?
Well, enjoy the shootout, everybody. We'll be back. Probably the next one will be our Christmas special, Joe.
Yes, excited for that, and we'll obviously reveal how we got on with our shootout predictions. Hopefully I get more than 6 points or whatever I did and finished third bottom.
It was 8 points, mate. Don't put yourself down, you know.
Oh, okay.
And luckily, Joe, it's just me and you doing this, so you'll only be second bottom.
Yeah, true.
And that's if you win. Like,
Yeah. Mm.